Copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news, reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit educational or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Viewer discretion is advised.
Now to that deadly car explosion at the major U.S.-Canada border crossing in Niagara Falls, New York, which briefly sparked terrorism fears ahead of the holiday. Trevor Alt is on the scene there with the latest. Good morning, Trevor.
Good morning, Gio. So for a time, there was some serious concern this was some kind of terrorist activity. Now, it's since been downgraded to simply a traffic investigation, but it still raised significant alarm on both sides of the border.
Watch this video of a car soaring through the air at a border crossing, setting off a deadly explosion seen in this verified video circulating online that put the U.S. and Canada on alert on the busiest travel day of the year.
I've never seen anything like this. The car just exploded.
That car speeding through the Rainbow Bridge, which connects New York to Canada near Niagara Falls, slamming into a Border Patrol checkpoint.
Yo, oh my God, are they all right?
A fireball engulfing the car, killing the driver and passenger inside, according to authorities. Tourists, uncertain what happened, rushing for shelter.
When I saw how the employees at the gift shop reacted, I told my wife, Shayna, we need to go. We need to head back.
Law enforcement quickly swarming the area.
And I'm going to send you over to the custom bridge for a fire that's happening. Fires are already there. You're going there to block off roads.
Officials on both sides of the border taking no chances, closing all 4 bridges connecting the U.S. and Canada in the region, temporarily suspending international flights to the airport in nearby Buffalo.
Additional measures are being contemplated and activated at all border crossings across the country. We are taking this extraordinarily seriously.
New York's governor saying the investigation is ongoing, but no explosives have been found at the scene.
I want to be very, very clear to Americans and New Yorkers. At this time, there is no indication of a terrorist attack.
And overnight, the FBI did also confirm no explosive materials have been found at the scene, and there's no sign this was any kind of terrorist activity, though the Rainbow Bridge has remained closed as this investigation continues.
Shalom, beloved brothers and sisters, Jews and Gentiles alike. Welcome. This is your humble servant, Big Levi. And today is the day, November 23rd, 2023. And it's currently 3:30 p.m. And as of today, the so-called 83 is celebrating Thanksgiving. And as usual, what we do every year, we are very thankful that the Mighty One has awakened us and we are witnessing the curses being removed from us and being put on 83, and the blessing is being overflowing unto us. The blessing begin with the knowledge, the wisdom, and all that good stuff. Now, this incident, beloved, happened in the borders. Well, of course, there is no borders. Canada and the U.S., between New York and whatever that other town over there in Canada was named. Now, the first thing that go into their mind is the big T word. It has to be a terror things going on. They could not say, well, this is just a normal traffic accident. And we told those people, again, like I said, I don't speak about the ley line anymore, and I just let those people, I really, beloved, I really don't want to speak about none of those things. I just want to study and keep on going. There are certain subjects, they become redundant unto me, especially what's going on over there in the Middle East and the whole thing concerning Ish and you know, and the other fellow over there in Ukraine and Russia. I don't speak about those things. I haven't speak about the thing in Europe for the past 3 years. Is that what that is? 2 years. I spoke on it the once when it happened, and that's it. Because those folks, they always think like they will get away with this. After all the destruction that they did, they will get away. Now, as you can see, what you are witnessing here, we will play the video again. It's not a simple accident. The car just flew. The car just fly. Again, beloved, we know what happened here. Okay, this could have, it happened all the time. We see car flew by, we see all those things flew by and it explodes. We know what caused this. But the fact that it happened on the border, they classified, well, they rumored it as being an act of scaredness, so to speak, because, you know, YouTube will remove your words and say, hey, you are promoting things. They were all afraid. Their hearts are being troubled. They don't know what to do. They don't know what to say. Any little thing, everybody, was it the act of afraidness? An act of scaredness? Are they after us? They power come back on? Should we run? What's going on? I gotta tell my wife, hey, we need to go, because you know why they are doing this? They are anticipating something huge. They are anticipating something really, really bad's gonna happen to them. Let's watch the video again, so we can prove to the folks, Jews and Gentiles alike, what they are witnessing here. All those tabs, this is about the heart of the wicked shall be troubled, while us in this time we are at peace. Why? Because we know we didn't do anything. Everything was done unto us. You think you were going to be raptured? You think you were going to be somewhat just flew out of here or hide out here, go to the moon, go to Mars, and then leave us over here to pay for your sin, to pay for your ancestors' sin? No. You're going to find out when you put your hands upon the children of the Holy One what the punishment is.
Now to that deadly car explosion at the major U.S.-Canada border crossing in Niagara Falls, New York, which briefly sparked terrorism fears ahead of the holiday. Trevor Alt is on the scene there with the latest. Good morning, Trevor.
Good morning, Gio. So for a time, there was some serious concern this was some kind of terrorist activity. Now, it's since been downgraded to simply a traffic investigation, but it still raised significant alarm on both sides of the border.
Watch this video.
Okay, look at the car. Look at the car. The car just... look at this. Again, like we said before, we know what caused this. Okay, look at the car. Keep your eyes on the car. Okay?
Of a car
the car flew.
Soaring through the air at a border crossing, setting off a deadly explosion seen in this verified video circulating online that put the U.S. and Canada on alert on the busiest travel day of the year.
So, again, this incident that happened put them on edge, because both of them, 83, Canada or the US, they are waiting on something. They don't know how and when it's going to happen, but it's going to happen. They know that. They are aware of that. So they don't know where they have nowhere to go. If they did have some place to go, they wouldn't be here. You would have not seen them here. The so-called millionaire billionaires, they would have already get in the rocket and shoot themselves to the moon or to Mars years ago. Those people would have left somewhere around 2000 or 1999 or 1980s. They would have left in the 70s and have population or colonization over there in Mars and the moon. They would have left in the 60s. They would have never come back in the 60s when they claimed they landed on the moon, so to speak. You think they are waiting at the last moment, and then when something like that happened, boom, and then it turned out to be, it was something huge, something they were expected. Or you think like that's when Elon Musk going to say, okay, all right, let's go. Jeff Bezos, because everything is those guys. That's what they keep saying out there. Take all the celebrities and then put them in the shuttle. We leaving Earth, and then the president out there, by the shuttle giving a press release and say, oh, we sorry, American, but the best of us have to leave, and you will be missed, but we will keep the mankind going on Mars or on the moon. All right, let's go, everybody get in, and then they shoot themselves out. You think that's how it is, like they did in the movies? You think that's how it is, like they did in 2012, the movie, when they released it in 2009? You think that's how it is? No, they can't get anywhere. They can't go nowhere. They just sit there and then they are waiting. Everything is on edge. Everything, they fear it. And there's a symbolic image. There's a message here. Why this thing happened into Rainbow Bridge? Is that what that is? Rainbow Bridge? Yeah, let me see here.
I've never seen anything like this. The car just exploded.
That car speeding through the Rainbow Bridge, which connects
Rainbow Bridge, which connects
New York to Canada near Niagara Falls, slamming into a Border Patrol checkpoint.
Yo, oh my God, are they all right?
A fireball engulfing the car, killing the driver and passenger inside, according to authorities. Tourists, uncertain what happened, rushing for shelter.
When I saw how the employees at the gift shop reacted, I told my wife Shayna, we need to go.
We need to go because they are expecting something here. Then again, beloved, this happened and their whatever things taken day. Okay, remember last things taken something huge happened. I forgot. Every year something huge always happen in the holidays. Okay, it usually huge something happen and before or during the time of the holidays. I believe 2 years ago there was a gentleman in the city of Memphis or Tennessee or something like that. He went and put a bomb in the car and then it explodes, something like that. And a lot of stuff keep happening and they are expecting those things. They are afraid. They can't run and definitely they can't hide. Yes, you will have those little millionaires, billionaires. They will hide in their bunkers, they know they can escape it. They will just hide there and survive the somewhat a part of it, but not the worst of it. Because this thing is not going to happen in just one day. And then after that, everybody be friend again. Those people come back on top again and we're still at the bottom. That's not what that is. You folks not going to, somewhat stage things. You can stage this. Whatever's going on over there, you can stage that. Okay? Whatever happened around there, you can stage none of this. Yes, the little stuff that you have going on in the Middle East, 83 versus 83, we pick no side. And you guys can do whatever that you want, whatever that you want to do. We don't care about that. But the random things like that, you can't because they have names and stuff. Rainbow Bridge. The reason why it happened in Rainbow Bridge, the Holy One, we know the rainbow is a holy symbols. Okay, rainbow, it's a beautiful symbol. So it's just a shame now you can't wear a nice rainbow shirt or you cannot have a rainbow whatever flag or symbols in your house, or even a rainbow towel or a rainbow t-shirt or rainbow pants or rainbow bed sheet without somebody get the wrong idea because it's been defiled. Rainbow literally mean peace. And a rainbow bridge, a bridge connected. It connected one side to the other side. A bridge allow you to go over a certain obstacle that you could not go through. Excuse me. You could not go through it or you could not go on it. So the bridge allow you to go over this obstacle. So thus the rainbow bridge signify the peace, the mighty one connect, reunite both kingdom, the northern and the southern kingdom. Again, this is just symbolic. I'm not saying Canada is the northern kingdom and the United States is the southern kingdom. That's not what I'm saying. All I'm saying, this is symbolic. This is a message unto us to be at peace, and definitely a message unto them because they are well aware that we are awake, and they know this thing going to begin to get bad when we are awake. And they will lie and say, well, it's only a few of them. It's like, this guy in his channel, this woman in her channel, a few people, a few thousand. When these things are in the billions, they are well aware of that. They know that. Billions of people know exactly what's going on. They just act like they don't know. One of the greatest trick 83 ever play on us is playing dumb. They play that they are dumbass just like we are. Oh, we don't know who you guys are either. We didn't know we come here, you guys were here. We don't know anything, just like you guys don't. Remember, we are the one that suffer from this amnesia. They not. Okay?
We need to head back.
Law enforcement quickly swarming the area.
And I'm going to send you over to the custom bridge for a fire that's happening. Fires are already there. You're going there to block off roads.
Officials on both sides of the border taking no chances, closing all 4 bridges connecting the U.S. and Canada in the region.
Okay, now again, beloved, let us enlarge this so that people can see exactly what we are talking about. Now, these say bridge closures. Now, when you look at the 4 bridges, they had closed 1, 2, 3, and this bridge over there. The first bridge is Lewiston-Queenston Bridge. The second is Whirlpool Bridge. The third is Rainbow Bridge. And the fourth is Peace Bridge. We already know the rainbow is a symbol of peace, okay? The 4 bridges or the 4 quarters of the earth, all right? This is very symbolic. The Mighty One closed those 4 quarters of the earth, which is another word, close their powers from all sides, from all elements. All right. Now, the Peace Bridge, of course, the Peace Bridge, we know what happened in Buffalo a few years ago. And we know the buffalo is a sacred animal. And for the intra-templum, you know what the buffalo lays on the ground. And you know what come out of that stuff the buffalo grows. This is another confirmation that you receive here. Okay, the buffalo is a sacred beast. Okay, a beast that symbolizes strength, protection. Hang on, let's see what's going on here. Let's use this. What is the spiritual meaning of the buffalo? Oh boy. Okay, well, YouTube can't okay, well, again, strength, the buffalo is a large. Okay, you know what? Let's read this. Overall, the buffalo or bison represent joy in the act of living, joy through interaction with people and spiritual beliefs, joy from a living and a life that is full of gratitude, which we are thankful, and caring for yourself and others. If you have a buffalo or bison sighting, remember the spiritual meaning. Okay, all right. Let's see what the AI said here. The mighty buffalo, okay, or bison. Strength. The buffalo, large-headed, represent the mental abilities which are grounded by its connection to the earth. Abundance, inner strength, healthfulness, and sacredness. Then again, like we say, it's a sacred animal. So all those messages that are coming over there, okay, peace, strength, joy of living, be thankful, gratitude, because the Holy One sent all those messages, and then he is in the midst of us, okay? And the rainbow, of course, peace is the whirlpool. We know for a fact that the whirlpool is mentioned in the Bible multiple times. Whirlpool is tornadoes. It is the wind, okay, which is one of the element air, okay. And all of the rest, they connect all the other element. I believe rainbow is fire, because fire, fire is actually rainbow. You can see multiple colors in fire. Okay, fire, rainbow is fire. Whirlpool is air. And Lewiston Bridge Queen, I believe, is the Earth Virgo Queen. And then this one, Peace Bridge, which is water, which is always peaceful. Okay, that's the 4 element right there. So now, because of this, we receive the message. And everything good that we're saying here for us, it's completely the opposite for them.
Temporarily suspending international flights to the airport in nearby Buffalo.
Do you see?
Additional measures are being contemplated and activated at all border crossings across the country. We are taking this extraordinarily seriously.
So, again, when you look at those folks' face, they don't look too happy. You're not seeing them smiling or holding a smile, because they know this is serious. Okay? They know this is very serious. Of course, they'll have somebody that look at us here and stuff like that. But anyway, this dude, look at the upside down smile. Okay, look at the worrisome faces that he has. And all of them, she's like sleepy. They are very tired, because they are not being used to be under this type of stress. They are only used to be under the stress that they can cause. Okay, what is distress? Well, the stress of them have to report to work because they have to go to work to keep an eye on us. But always sitting there and waiting, boom, this thing over there. Oh, well, something that happened over there to Asian October 7th. It happened here. Oh my God, what's going on? Because that's what they are fearing. They don't know exactly what's going on. Is it the same thing that happened to Ish over there? The original people are taking their land back. What's going on? What's going on? Should I run? Should I hide? Honey, let's get the hell out of here. They don't know what's going on. Other people are taking their land back, or what happened here? What's happening? Let's put the black woman there to make sure that, we told them, hey, we're still friends, right? Got black woman here, wearing all black too. She's one of you. Yeah. Okay, look at their faces, man. Okay, look at his eyes, dead. Their eyes, it's all dead. They are afraid. They are very afraid. That's why they say we take this extraordinarily. Is that what that is? Serious.
Seriously.
New York's governor saying the investigation is ongoing, but no explosives have been found at the scene.
I want to be very, very clear to Americans and New Yorkers. At this time, there is no indication of a terrorist attack.
Because they are expecting something like that. They're expecting something huge. Of course, the churches, remember those church scumbags, they are the guys that came and said, well, before all of that, before the plague even hit, we will be raptured. And after the rapture, the mark of the beast gonna come, and then all those, all those turmoil upon the earth. But by that time, we'll be in heaven with Jesus. And then Russia gonna come and do this. Russia and all these stuff. See, those people are willing to go to this length to lie unto the people. They don't want to tell them what's going on. But anyway, we are telling you the truth. The truth is that the 1619, 2019, the 400 years is over. You guys want this blessing for a short period of time. You enjoy your blessing, and now it is time for you to pay for all your ancestors' sin, all of the terrible and horrible things you did unto the true chosen of the mighty one. We are the children of light, the original God being of this planet. We are the children of light and master of darkness. We are both. We can control both. We control all the four elements where it is in us. We are the original people, and you have done terrible things unto us, batshit ultimately, and the Holy One is coming for you. Okay, and that has nothing to do with us. I know, of course, you guys are trying to make this look like some kind of fear-mongering around everyone. Oh my God, we all in trouble and stuff. No, we are not all in trouble, friend. You are in trouble, and your associated and your accomplice are in trouble. This is Esau's trouble. This is the 83 tribulation. We'll just sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
And overnight, the FBI did also confirm no explosive materials have been found at the scene, and there's no sign this was any kind of terrorist activity, though the Rainbow Bridge has remained closed as this investigation continues. Gio?
An incredibly scary situation there. All right,
it
Trevor,
is.
Thank you so much.
It is scary. Okay, let's keep on moving.
Welcome back. Now at 8, a multi-million-dollar bust of stolen cargo as the CHP conducts a sweep all across LA County. KCAL News assignment editor Mike Rogers back at the desk tonight. And Mike, are police saying where the stolen goods came from?
So Chauncey, right now they're just saying some local retailer.
Okay, so Mike Rogers, he has the desk and saying stuff. Again, let me enlarge this. See those guys? Those people that sit over there and they got those screens and they are doing the editing and watching. Those guys are also watching us too. They again, like the sister said, they have rooms of those people monitoring a few of our brethren channels, monitoring us, monitoring our things, our devices, and things that they are watching afar. Why? Because we are the clock time. We are the actual hourglass of this event going on. When we say something, they take it very seriously. They go out there, they counter say things. When we move something, it's not like they're spying on you, like, we're spying on you because we want to make sure you don't do anything illegal. They don't care about that. They are watching because they want to save their own ass. That's what it is, which they can. Okay? You got people like that. Mike Rogers. Let's keep on moving.
retailers, some big box stores, but I want to show you the pictures here because you'll get a better understanding that clearly these came off some sort of cargo container. Now, it's unclear if these are train cargo or semi-trucks, you know, but they clearly have come off of something like that. We have, of course, seen the train cargo thefts have been going on for a long time. These look to me like they're probably more these semi-trailer type things. We've actually done stories with these before where it's very sophisticated. They'll actually create phony paperwork to be able to take possession of the trailer. So it's not some elaborate cut the lock, steal the goods type of heist. It's actually pretty simple. They just pretend the paperwork is there.
Paperwork's and numbers, and you know who's doing this. And then when those big companies get those huge losses, oh well, they had loss like that because a group of black people, you know, robbing the store and teen mob. No, those all got the guys that take the 9.5 million of us number 9 enemies, the 9.5 million and do things like that. Those are the guys.
And pretend that they're the rightful owners of all of this cargo, and then they take it. CHP says they scoured LA County and found $9.5 million worth of these stolen goods, shoes, electronics, all kinds of different things here. And they got them from warehouses across the county, which CHP says is where the people are storing them. They actually rent warehouses to store their stolen goods. Of course, this is just the ongoing part of the problem with all these retail thefts we've seen. This one appears to have been stolen before they even make it to the stores, guys.
Mike?
Okay, who own those stores? Okay, who own those stores that are buying those things cheap and resell them? Stolen property, stolen goods. Now all your dirts are coming out. Okay, great glory. Let's keep on moving. Now I have no comments upon this. I'm just going to read the title. Families line up in the hallways of Beijing's Children's Hospital on Thursday amid an increase in respiratory illnesses and reported cluster of pneumonia in children. Okay. All right. Now, always something going on over there in China, man. Again, I don't speak about China anymore because, like, okay. All right. Zheng Li, a doctor in the hospital in Dalian, said the outbreak was of concern, but controllable. Of course, she took her own teenage daughter to a hospital with a lung infection that was successfully treated with medicine. Yes.
将近5天的时间了，就是也给他用药了，然后又持续的这样发热，并且以晚上的时候明显一些。首先就是第一是担心孩子的身体，那肺部感染。
Okay, so for lung infections, there is a certain irreversible damage. Okay.
如果产生一些不可逆的损伤的话，因为毕竟。 有很多病毒，大家还是不了解它的，有一些是可治的，有一些
some are curable, some are not. Now we're going to stop here. What is it, beloved? What is it? In this time, every single time you turn on the TV, it is always some people that really don't look like us are in trouble everywhere, worldwide. It's not just here. So people will say, well, Big Divide is, but the people are, no, it's everywhere. It's all over the world. I never seen anything like that ever happen. Well, ever since 2020, you know, this thing keep going on, but they don't want to say it. They keep saying, oh, well, it's an increase of respiratory illness. That's what we call it now. Yeah, whatever. Let's keep on moving.
We are following breaking news on the Grapevine, a major backup along the 5.
Oh, it couldn't happen at a worse time, right? Gil Levis in Sky 5. He's got all the details. Gil, what's going on?
Sandra and Samantha, a huge backup here. This is the northbound 5 freeway through the Grapevine. We're looking at a crash at Grapevine Road and the northbound 5. It has caused a traffic jam for 29 miles. We're over Pyramid Lake right now. The backup starts at Templin High.
Damn. Yeah, traffic collision leads to 29 miles back up along 5 freeway near Grapevine. Ooh. That is terrible. And, well, you know, the mighty one is messing with their blessing and holy or helly days.
Highway and continues up the Grapevine here. This is the 138 and the 5. It is well beyond that the backup is at it's actually on the north side of the Grapevine itself. Now, CHP has opened up a couple of lanes, but still the backup remains about 29 miles and growing as cars continue northbound on the 5 freeway. But it was a big rig crash that had debris across all lanes that shut down the freeway for hours. Southbound side is looking good, but you're looking at a really long drive here with no easy way around this. That's the latest overhead up in Sky 5.
That's what that is. As you can see, beloved, there has been an increase of accident and terrible, weird accident, horrible accident like that. But they choose not to say anything. Well, you choose not to tell them anything either. You want to play dumb? Hey, play stupid games and use your stupid rewards and your stupid prize. All right, let's keep on moving. Okay. Eric Adams accused of certain stuff. A woman in 1993 bombshell legal firing accuser wants $5 million. The accuser, hey, that's a good investment right there. After 30 years, hey, I want $5 million, man. Okay, yo, after 30 years, my dividend this thing have to start paying dividend. You know, give me $5 million for that thing that happened in 1993, and there is no proof of it. There is nothing of it. I just come out there and I just said it. Okay. All right, an explosive new lawsuit accuses Mayor Eric Adams of this stuff of a woman in 1993, okay? According to the messenger who first reported the lawsuit, a summons was filed Wednesday in Manhattan. So, naming the New York mayor, NYPD Guardian Associate as the defendant, okay? Plaintiff was by the defendant Eric Adams, New York, in 1993, while they were both work in the city of New York. The summons allegedly. So, all right. So, and let's just stop right here. So, fellow Eric Adams, you know, something that happened 30 years ago, and then now they brought it back, and people say they are all doing this thing to him because he spoke against immigration. He literally spoke against those migrants they are bringing here because, you know, he said something he shouldn't say. And he spoke against what they were doing. They're like, yo, this thing is really hurting us and stuff. Of course, you know, some of those Negroes, they sometimes they got some of the clarity of the mind. Sometimes the mind controlled wear out. So they come back to their senses for a moment, and then they put them back in their places. You can't get out of this, Mr. Adams, because you guys took the bag. At the end right now, they will want our people to go ahead and then say, oh, he didn't do it, or why she had to wait 30-something years and stuff like that. You on your own, son. You on your own. Whatever's going to happen to this dude is going to happen. We don't care. That's why the FBI was searching his phone and accusing him of Turkish government stealing things, taking bribe and stuff like that, which they are well aware things like that happen. But hey, you know, you don't speak against us. They're gonna make an example out of this dude, man, because they give you the money, they give you the power, you know. And then again, beloved, I personally, I don't believe Eric Adams ever did anything to any woman. Why? Because you can clearly see the cowboy badge. Yeah. Eric Adams is not interested in woman stuff like that. You know, the dude made it clear. You know, he's not about that. If it was another dude that came in and said, hey, when I was a young boy, we were working together, Eric Adams tackled me. I thought we were playing football until I realized that he was seeking for a hole. I realized that, wait a minute, this is not a home run, this is a butt run. I realized this is more of this is beyond a touchdown here. I realized this is not a touchdown at all. It's a down touch. I realized that, wait a minute, he shoot and then there's a goal. That's what Eric Adams is into. The dude is into another hole. Not that kind of hole. The dude is back entry only. Eric Adams, the cowboy lover of exit sign. That's what that is. I don't believe this fellow did any of that thing. But if they took the war in front of the men, I would have fight for that guy. I would have go over there and protest for the dude. But because I know that's what Eric would have done. But that's not what that is. But anyway, beloved, let's keep on moving. Let's let this brother marinate it on his own sauce. Shalom.
There's really nothing significant looking at the house that would lead you to believe that something horrific happened inside.
If it wasn't for the police tape and flashing lights.
It looks like what I would consider to be just a normal residence.
You'd never know. This was a crime scene.
This I would consider fairly unusual.
Sergeant Adam Sherman says a woman was trying to get in touch with her dad, searching every
East 84th Avenue. You know what to do.
Possible location. She stopped here at a family member's home and spotted what looked like a body inside.
Once we made entry, we started discovering the deceased bodies.
3 men, all shot. Sergeant Sherman says the woman's father was one of them, along with his friend. The man who lives here, the suspected shooter, appeared to have turned the gun on himself.
Ooh. It's difficult not only in procedurally, but also just, we're human as well. And so dealing with people who are grieving at the unexpected loss of family members and just, the emotions that come with that.
A possible murder-suicide. And with no surviving witnesses, investigators are still trying to figure out when it happened and why. But they believe it started with some sort of dispute.
So there's going to be a lot of, cell phone calls and data that we're going to try to compare, any type of text messaging, anything else like that. There's going to be security footage we're going to obtain from
analyze, yes.
Go through that and determine
what the hell happened.
Occurred as best we can.
Does that give you kind of an eerie feeling?
I mean, it does, and I feel for our residents because obviously there's a heightened sense of fear or concern about their security, especially knowing that somebody, who was living in their neighborhood
is no more.
This happened.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah, so as you can see, this is in Colorado. They could have give the city, and they're just saying Colorado. They could have. Okay, they didn't give it. Oh, Denver, Colorado. Okay. You would think someone would have heard of gunshots outside of her. Well, you can't hear that. It's a suburb, and those people are inside all the time. It's not like people were outside. If you were outside, you could have heard the gunshot. But if you're inside a house, that person is inside a house, the sound won't travel that well. Okay? All right. Let me see. Going to happen more and more as people become increasingly destitute. Most people care too much of what others think and can't bear the shame of downgrading or losing property. Glad I already had stints and shelters and learn not to give a F what others think. Hey, it happened, man. 83 are losing the blessing. They'll become destitute. They'll become poor. And then most like it was a money thing. But there's some suspicious thing here. 3 dudes in a house and 3 of them getting shot. It was over a dispute. Now, probably one of the dudes like, hey, man, I'm not down with this thing, man. Hey, you know what? I thought you guys were calling me over for the game. I'm not part of this. And I don't care if you guys been doing this for years, ever since you folks were in high school. But I'm not part of this ish. I ain't going to get down like that. And then they try to force that cowboy hat upon that fellow. And then this thing happened. 3 dudes in the house. There's no women there. I don't know. This raises suspicion right there. But anyway. Things like that happen in the midst of 83, and they are checking out. They are checking out, and it's all over. Let's keep on moving. Okay, well, this is a scene. Well, I have no comment upon this. Okay, clashes are seen after Dublin stabbing. Okay, there's always something over there. Let's put the volume down right there. All right, put the volume down. Okay, is it a soccer match? Well, what's going on here? Okay, what the hell is going on here? Yeah, so always something with 83. There was a stabbing, and then those guys take the street. They were chanting some soccer anthem. I'm not quite sure what's going on here. Let's keep on moving.
24 hours after the shooting, investigators are ready now to release what they know about the 4 people shot inside that store. The FBI also now saying, based on evidence collected, including journal writings from the gunman, 20-year-old Benjamin Charles Jones, the attack might...
This dude is 20 years old? Let me see. That's a 20-year-old? Wow. Really? Well, no wonder this thing happened, man. This is like a hard 30 right there. At least it's a very hard late 30s, close. At least a 40. But anyway, so, hey, that's what happened.
Might have been at least partially inspired by racially motivated violent extremist ideology. We knew.
Yeah, no, Hish. You guys really don't. You guys have nothing going on. You guys have nothing going on. Try to put our people on a low vibration. It seems like this is the first time this happened. Like, oh my God, I didn't know this. After all those people, especially the 20-year-old, after all those guys are not racist. No, they are well beyond that.
Knew that there were 3 women and 1 man as the victims, and now we know 2 of them are white and 2 are black. Police had previously told us the gunman did not just walk in and shoot the first 4 people he saw before killing himself. Instead, the victims were all throughout the store. We also know from 911 calls the gunman actually walked by some people and did not shoot at those folks. The gunman used a high-point .45 caliber carbine.
Okay, 45, you know what to do.
With 1 9-round magazine.
One 9-round magazine, you know what to do.
Weapon bought just 2 days before from a store right there in the Dayton area. Again, this happened at the Beaver Creek Walmart, rather. Investigators are continuing to look at the gunman's background to determine if any of his answers on the ATF formed by the weapon were inaccurate. By the way, Walmart announcing today that they are going to open that store back up on Friday.
Of course.
WLWT News 5 reporter Rachel Hersheimer is talking with the FBI. She's been on the story since it happened a couple of days back, and she's going to keep us updated right here on WLWT all day long, right?
So this dude went to a Walmart, and now they want to say his stuff was racially motivated when he dropped 2 white women and 2 he dropped 2 white women and 2 black women. Is that what that is? Let me hear. Let me taste this.
And 1 man as the victims, and now we know an extremist ideology. We knew that there were 3 women and 1 man as the victims, and now we know 2 of them are white and 2 are black. Police had previously.
Okay, he shot 4 people, 2 white, 2 black, and out of the 4 people, he shot 3 women. So we can assume one of those women was a black woman. And he shot a black man and a black woman. He shot a black man and a black woman and 2 white women. That has nothing to do with, they try to make this thing racially. Oh, you should be afraid because those guys, those soldiers going to come after you. And those people are not dead. They are hurt. And the guy, he turned the gun on himself and he died 988. Okay, so he turned this stuff on himself. He put the phone on him and said, you know, hey man, he died 98. You know, these dudes, those are the typical incel dudes. Okay, what this tell me now? Oops. What this telling me is this guy could not get any cookies. Okay, he went over there, he got mad, and then he targeted those 3 women. 1 turned out to be black. And then he targeted the black dude because, you know, those guys, they are incel. They believe the reason why they can't get any women, the black man is getting all the women because that's how they think. So this is a women hater thing. You know, those blue pill, red pill dudes out there, those guys that can't get any, you know, 20 years old man still like, yo, I'm still a virgin. Like, I gotta go out there and do this stuff. Those are the typical dudes that do things like that. Let's keep on moving.
The Sheriff's Office is investigating after a man was killed outside a church in the Huffman area. The man was shot after he allegedly made threats. The shooter, we've learned, is a volunteer with Texas EquiSearch. The church is located on FM 2100 in Northeast Harris County. Devon Roming is live with the latest tonight. Devon.
Well, Marcelino, investigators with the Harris County Sheriff's Office are still
All right.
working.
Devon is sending certain vibe, but anyway.
To this afternoon's, or this morning's rather, deadly shooting. Now, the Sheriff's Office says a member of the Lake Houston Methodist Church reported seeing a man who looked suspicious here on the property just after 9 o'clock this morning. We're told that church member approached the man and told investigators he said something they considered threatening along the lines of today was going to be the day. They then called someone who works with Texas EquiSearch to help with security of the church. Later, the man came back and allegedly ran towards the EquiSearch member while holding something in his hand. The EquiSearch member, who had a rifle, shot and killed the man in that moment.
Okay, so again, all right, let's.
Cooperating with our investigators. It's some type of. Sometimes in a situation like this, typically it could be a grand jury referral, or it'll be up to them to kind of determine what the next steps are. I'll let them ultimately decide what those steps should be.
Now, the Sheriff's Office says the object the man had was actually a vape pen, and at the time of this shooting, there were roughly about 50 to 70 people inside the church. The Sheriff's Office says, fortunately, no one else here on the property was hurt at the time of this incident.
Now you got this church again a month ago, not even a month, or a week or 2 weeks ago. Pretty much the same thing happened for another church somewhere. But now you got this church. This dude came in. There was like an argument. Okay, the guy said, well, today's the day. Today's the day. And then he went back home, and then he came back with the vape pen, and then he walked toward the dude with the rifle. The guy shot him and killed him. Because they are on edge. The church is no longer a safe place. They thought they could hide in the church. Well, of course, they thought like the church was going to get them out of this thing before all this madness happened. But it seems that this madness is happening, and those guys are in the midst of this madness. And there's nothing they can do about it. They just sit there and let the whole thing happen. Okay, we show you that the plague of the Holy One is indeed upon those guys. Now, why is this keep happening, beloved? Okay, because this is a church. This was supposed to be a safe place, but hey, this thing happened. They had 60, 50, 70 people in there. And then when they come out, when they heard the chat, okay, there was a pandemonium. Now they find out like somebody died. Do you think they're going to come back to this church and thinking they are safe? Nah, they won't. Genesis 15 verse 13. And he said unto Abram, know of a surety that thy seed shall be a stranger in a land that is not theirs, and shall serve them, and they shall afflict them 400 years. Yes, indeed. 1619, 2019, we serve our 400 years, and that's why after 2019, the world is not the same as it was before. Things change. The people change. The weather change. The atmosphere change. The food prices change. The gas change. Everything change. Even the heaven positions, the moon, the stars, the sun, everything change. Why? Because things are either coming back to the original state or moving to the next paradigm, to the next stage. A lot of stuff happening around the world. We all witness it. Of course, people are going to say, well, it was staged by the elite. It was staged by this. It was staged by that. The government around the world, they try to crash the economy so they can come up with the mark of the beast, so they can come up with the chip and stuff. So it took them 3 years. It's going to be 4 years now. Well, of course, it's 4 years because this thing started in November 2019 in China. So we already in November 2023. It's been 4 years. It took them 4 years to come out with this plan. When those people came in and with the drugs in our neighborhood and the crime bill, how long it took the crime bill to draft? 4 years. How long it take the crime bill to take effect? 4 years. How long when those people came in and put us in slavery and start beating and killing us? They just came here and then chill for 4 years and then, see what they're going to do? No, because we're in Genesis 15:14 now, and also that nation whom they shall serve will I judge, and the Holy One is judging the nation, excuse me, with the 10 plagues of the apocalypse of Abraham and many more. And you witness the sorrow. You witness a fiery conflagration when the car burst into fire. You witness number 9, execution by the sword. Excuse me. There are a lot more stuff that are going on. A lot more stuff that they are. A lot more stuff they are not reporting, but we see those things. Okay, let's keep on moving.
Begin tonight with your 17 Crime Watch. An Arvin police sergeant is under arrest and a Bakersfield police officer out of a job after a drug task force raided the Bakersfield home they share. The task force was investigating a suspected Mexican drug dealer. 17's Rob Hagan has the story.
2 local officers sworn to protect and serve are facing drug charges in the wake of a narcotics investigation conducted by the Kern County Sheriff's Office and a multi-agency county drug trafficking task force.
So yes, people seems to be shocked that, oh, well, he was a police officer. She was a police officer. He was an FBI agent. CIA. Why they are involving with drugs? A police officer caught dealing drugs or selling drugs. What? That's what they do. That's all those guys do. This drug problem will been going on for at least 50 years now. For over 50 years, man. Why they never stop it? Why they can't stop it? Because they all part of it. They're all doing it. Okay?
According to the sheriff's office, authorities executed search warrants at 3 homes associated with 47-year-old Francisco Beltran of Durango, Mexico. Authorities say Beltran had law enforcement equipment and a gun reported stolen to the BPD. Beltran was arrested, but it didn't stop there. Another search warrant led deputies to the Bakersfield home of 36-year-old Sergeant Delia Serrano Reyes with the Arvin Police Department and her roommate, 26-year-old D'Angelo Sanchez with the BPD. Authorities say,
of course, the name D'Angelo or the Angel and the giant letter A, city of Arwin, and the A with some kind of sun around it, or 2 wings, angels, and all that. We know what's going on.
Say Reyes, who was off duty, was Beltran's criminal associate. Reyes was allegedly found in possession of a controlled substance and determined to be under the influence of a controlled substance while in possession of several firearms. Chief Gazalpour says the arrest of Reyes is a gut punch to the Arvin PD. Gazalpour released a statement saying, quote, "In light of Sergeant Reyes' off-duty arrest, we urge the public not to rush to judgment."
Oh, yeah,
this isolated
Yeah. Anytime you guys get caught with this thing, hey man, don't we ask the public, don't rush into judgment. Those gang members, they are good kids, although they are black. We don't know if it's an isolated incident that happened in the black community. We don't want them to be the faces of demons out there and stuff. That's what you guys always said. Yeah. Chief Alex Gazalpour. Of course, Alex in the midst.
Incident does not define the hard work and integrity of our police department.
That's exactly what it is. That's what define you. That's what you guys do. You guys take the drugs. What do you think happened to all those drug seizure? When you guys busted $36 million worth of drugs, you just burn it? You just burn $36 million worth of drugs? You destroy that when your quote-unquote your department is suffering for financial help. They got cuts, budget cuts. Get out of here.
Gazalpour says Reyes bonded out Thursday morning. The bond was set at $32,000. Gazalpour says Reyes has served in law enforcement for 6 years. He says Reyes came to the Arvin PD from the McFarland Police Department. She was just promoted to sergeant 5 months ago. Reyes is due back in court next week. Authorities say they also...
That's what that is, man. Those guys who are doing cops' job. I don't see the issue here. I don't see what the hell is going on here.
Also found evidence of steroid possession by off-duty BPD officer D'Angelo Sanchez. Sanchez was not at the house during the operation. He was not arrested, but a department spokesman said he resigned from the police department after the drug raid.
What, steroids?
Charges will be submitted to the Kern County District Attorney's Office for further review.
Yes. That's what you guys do. How long we are into this? Oh, good grief. Let's keep on moving. Right.
The victim and is still investigating what happened. Fox 26's Abigail Dye is live from the Brays Bayou Park on the west side where the discovery was made. Abigail.
I'm here where the West Park Tollway meets Highway 6, and in this bayou behind me is where investigators say a body was found floating in the water. Now, HCSO says that they got a call around 10 a.m. about the body and got here to start their investigation. They say the person found is a black female, but don't have any further identifying information at this time. They say a bag was found in the bayou as well, one that they think belongs to this woman. Now they're working to see if anything inside that bag can help with their investigation. Homicide investigator Jonathan Davis was on scene. That scene cleared just about 3 p.m.
Some fishermen were in the water. They observed what they believed to be a body. Patrol deputies responded. They immediately called 911. Patrol deputies responded. They observed the same thing. Everybody got called out here. We got the Harris County Sheriff's Office dive team also responded. We were able to recover the person from the water. At this time, we don't have any identifying information on that person. The investigation's still ongoing, so hopefully we'll be able to put that together soon.
So, again, like we said before, a lot of bodies are being recovered lately.
Now, Davis says there's no apparent signs of trauma on this woman, so they're not thinking about foul play at this time. But of course, this is still a very active investigation, and as it continues, we'll keep you updated on air and on Fox26Houston.com. Reporting live, I'm Abigail Dye, Fox 26 News.
Of course, you see a lot of bodies are being found and people are missing. People are being no more. It's all over. Let's keep on moving, okay?
An early morning shooting at a Jewish school that had been targeted just days before.
They want to try and scare us into closing our schools, into not educating our children. They will fail.
Well, that's exactly what happened to us. That's exactly what you people did. We had our own school. Black Wall Street had his own school. Our people worldwide, we had our own stuff. What you guys did, you did all those stuff, and then now the table turned, and there are certain things that, they will not succeed. Yeah. You are in your blessing, of course. Yes.
Our school has been here for 75 years.
75 years. Okay.
Police say they were called at 5 a.m. to the Yeshiva Gedola Jewish school. Bullet holes riddled the facade, but no one was inside or injured. Witnesses told police they saw a vehicle speeding off after the shots were fired.
This, what happened today, it's not Montreal. We don't want people in Montreal. We don't want Montrealers to feel unsafe in their city. This is absolutely unacceptable.
Okay, let me just... And again, whenever things like this happen in Canada, okay? Whenever things like that happen, bring somebody that look like us. Make them speak, because they are the one that have the power. They can control the situation. They can control this matrix. We were doing good when they were praying for us and praying against them. Now they do the complete opposite. Bring some of them over there and make it their business.
This, what happened today, it's not Montreal. We don't want people in Montreal. We don't want Montrealers to feel unsafe in their city.
Really? Really? Is that what that is? Montreal. The people that in Canada can tell you how racist the Canadians are. They are covert racist. They are very bad racists over there in Canada. They can tell you they're even worse than the US. Our folks that live in Canada, especially in Montreal. They can tell you this. Something has nothing to do with us, and they have to put somebody that look like us and speak like, yo, this is not our city, or we better than that, we can do better. This is the typical things they do and say whenever something happened to us. Now they say she's happening to them, and there you go.
This is absolutely unacceptable.
No arrests have been made, but police are now investigating it as a hate crime, just like the probe into a Molotov cocktail being thrown at a southwestern Montreal synagogue on November 7th.
We will, of course, have more security, but also I'm definitely telling them that the perpetrator of what happened there will be consequences.
No, of course not.
Tensions are also high in the nation's capital. No one was hurt when gasoline was poured in a clinical area of the Ottawa General Hospital on Thursday, accompanied by a message discussing the ongoing conflict in Gaza, according to police. And an Ottawa mosque had feces smeared on it in late October, the video caught on CCTV.
What's been happening, particularly what we saw in Montreal last week.
On the West Block with Mercedes Stevenson, the government House leader calling for calm.
I think really importantly to create that space for dialogue, to make sure that we continue to see and view each other as fellow Canadians.
Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre labeling the unknown perpetrators of the shooting as terrorists.
Our school, Yeshiva Gedolah of Montreal, has been the target of a terrorist attack. I say again, a terrorist attack.
Well, when you guys burned down Wall Street, when you guys came here and destroyed our people, when you guys went over there in our homeland, Holy Land, all over the world, in Japan and China, Europe, you took our people there, you destroyed them. That was not a terrorist attack. When you come upon somebody's lands, you grab this person, you stole their land. You make them walk for hundreds of years and you do not pay them. That was not a terrorist attack, right? Well, they were stupid anyway. So they weren't smart enough to make us, not doing what we told them to do. And now the table have turned and you people want to cry wolf now. Get out of here, man.
That sentiment is supported by some backbench Liberal MPs, but so far, no word on what the Prime Minister thinks, Farah, as Justin Trudeau has not made a public statement on the shooting.
Mackenzie Gray,
Okay, so yeah, let's keep on moving.
Houston police say they were pursuing a stolen car when the suspect crashed into several vehicles, got out, and started shooting. John Lawley says he was nearby when he saw one officer get shot, so he ran towards the gunfire to help him.
Just kind of ran over there and I grabbed that guy with the other police officer, and me and him together, we grabbed him by his vest and we dragged him behind the truck, and I kind of tucked him underneath the truck so he wouldn't get shot again.
Listen. Lawley comforting the officer as others rush in to treat the wound.
What's your name? My name's John too.
Ah.
You're gonna be okay.
To John. And you guys are catching hell, John Lally and the John officer.
Hey, bro, I promise you that. I've been to jail a million times, man, and I love cops too, bro.
Lally, who's had previous run-ins with the law himself, is now being hailed as a good Samaritan. The police chief said...
Again, like we told people, the Samaritan, they were horrible people, man. Don't try to ever be a good Samaritan. Samaritans, they were horrible, man. Those people kill and eat their children. They cook them. They sacrificed their children because they wanted the rain to... They did so much that the king of Babylon, the king of Assyria, the king of Babylon had to send Daniel over there to taught them and give them a lower priesthood. Those are your priests. Okay, those are your Catholic priests. And then the priesthood of Mahan priests. We baptized them into a lower priesthood, and then now they're like, oh, well, you gotta be baptized to be just like us. Get out of here.
Says Lawley may have saved that young officer's life.
A truly reformed individual is a person that we can...
Then again, put the few... It seems like every single time something... Every single time. You won't find a video, Bridget, with our people. Those people always say, you guys are 13% of the population. But damn it, we are at least 98% of the news, man. Whether it's good or bad, we're always there. And, this is good. Hey, Montreal is not like this. Hey, Justin Trudeau says some Haitian, put a black woman in there. It is always like, yo, like... You just sit there like, what the hell is going on, man? What is it? You people are so infatuated about us. You people are like you're so obsessed. Ah, good grief. Troy Feener.
And he stepped up. It'll be a time that we'll acknowledge him formally.
I believe that if you see somebody in dire need, it's our job to help each other out.
That suspect was shot and later died. And as for why Lawley was shooting video of everything, he says he started recording in traffic to show his boss why he was late for work.
Great glory. Let's keep on moving.
Pope Francis has fired an East Texas bishop who questioned the pontiff's leadership of the church. The Pope today ordered the removal of Bishop Joseph Strickland from the Archdiocese of Tyler. Bishop Strickland has launched a series of attacks on the Pope's attempts to update the church's position on several issues, including abortion, transgender rights, and same-sex marriage. Strickland's removal comes after the Pope spoke of the, quote, backwardness of some U.S. Catholic Church leaders.
What you guys are backpedaling now? There's a backpedaling going on? The guy just questioned what you've been taught him. You taught him everything, then suddenly now you tell him, okay, well, you gotta go that way. Wait, hang on. You guys been telling us all this hish ever since we joined your organization, and then now you're telling me to go against this stuff? And, well, that's what that is, man. Get out of here.
During a speech this summer.
All right, let's keep on moving. Wait, is that an alley? Oh, okay. What? Houston area business putting a new twist on Thanksgiving? Is that an alligator as a turkey? Let's see what's going on here.
Do you ever think your meal could come out of the swamp? I sure don't. If you're ready to try something new for your next holiday meal, Fox 26's Coco Dominguez shows us how one local business is putting a new twist on Thanksgiving.
Wow.
'Twas the night before Thanksgiving. Millions of turkeys are getting ready to be fried and stuffed, and they've been brined. But a place known for their turkeys and turkey legs, they are stuffing alligators once again this year. People are loving this.
They do love it.
Tell me where these alligators are coming from.
So the alligators are coming from straight from Louisiana, directly from the swamps, and they bring them here to Texas. That way we can season to perfect and we can sell them out for Thanksgiving Day.
And people have been going crazy with those videos. I mean, all that marinating and stuffing, and you still see the little paws or hands or whatever.
And the head.
And the head. So you get the whole alligator.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, you do. And you can also stuff it to your customers' liking.
Okay, so what kind of stuffing? Some of the same stuff you do the turkey legs
with. Yes, ma'am. So we have our Cajun dirty rice, and you can also do Cajun mac and cheese.
All right, so why alligators?
It's a fan favorite. All of a sudden, it became very popular. We started selling last year, and it flew through the roof, and we started selling it this year as well.
And so they're not cheap either, because there's a lot. Tell me how much they cost if you were to get one.
They're $4.50, and this for a full pan.
But normally you get a few nuggets at, at other places, but you don't get the whole thing. Here you get it all.
Yes, ma'am. You get the head to the tail.
All right, so let's take a look at one. So these are already spoken for. Let's go ahead and open this up right here. Oh, my goodness. You gotta be kidding me. Wow. The head is included. Do you eat the head?
I don't judge, but you sure can. You can do what you wanna.
You can't, but that right there is all cut up into one.
Yes, ma'am. It's nice and smoked.
How long do you smoke them?
They slow smoke them overnight.
Wow, kind of the same thing that they do with the turkey legs.
Yes, ma'am, so you can fall off the bone.
Unfortunately, they are gone. You had a few left this evening, but they're pretty much gone. People have picked up their alligator. They are hoping to bring them back.
Again, short black hand making this, and then two black women, okay, short black hand doing this, and
you had a few left this evening, but they're pretty much gone.
Two black women walking by. They're not even, I don't think they're even walking to this thing. They just walk. They just walk by. But then again, hey, they have to market it that things over our people, because they know our power works certain way. If we eat certain food, it will inhibit our power. Define the word inhibit. Oh boy. Inhibit, to prevent or slow down, to make someone feel nervous or embarrassed, to decrease the rate of action or to stop, restrain, hinder, harass, check, prohibit, forbid, suppress, restrain. When you eat certain food that are not lawful, it will inhibit your power. It will slow it down, stop it, clog up. It will literally mess you up. You need to eat, well, again, I don't know, a balanced breakfast, or not breakfast, a balanced diet. But alligator is not one of them, man. Hey, you want to eat an alligator? Hey, be my guest, dog. But hey, it will inhibit your power, just like the pork. And I don't want the people to hate the alligator, man. the mighty alligator. Okay. Pictures here. I don't want the people to hate the alligator, man. It's just a natural, beautiful natural creature that the mighty one created. Okay, they have their purposes. Okay, crocodile and stuff, those things are riddled with disease. They are riddled with bacteria. I don't know why people are eating those things. They live in filth and stuff like that. But anyway, so you should not be eating those things because they are not food. Okay, they are not food. They are predators. They eat other animals. So you cannot eat another predator. But they are mighty animals. Okay, the mighty pig. Okay, well, it's in Spider-Man or the Superman. The pig. There we go. Okay, a pig. Well, you shouldn't be doing this to a pig either. That'll do, pig. That'll do. You know, a pig is a pot-bellied pig. There you go. So a pig is just a natural animal. It has its function. It has its things to do. Okay, you can't eat the pig because it's not food. Okay, it's just a giant overgrown rat. Okay, you should not go out there and kill them because you find them ugly. You know, razorback pig. Razorback. Razorback swine. Is that what that is? There we go. Okay, those are giant rat. They're giant overgrown rat. They got their own. They got the way they do things. That's a rat right there. Just really big rat. Okay, that's what that is. You should not kill them because you hated them. That's not what that is. Okay. But hey, Gentiles, they always come up with some type of things to get our people involved with it. That's how they show you those two black women walking there. They're just walking by, Yeah. But hey, keep on moving, man.
They take into custody a scary-looking dude with facial tattoos. Then cops enter the shed. They are looking for someone. Is there somebody up there in the loft? It's an unforgettable sight. A ghostly figure slowly makes her way down a ladder. That's not makeup she's wearing. She's got 2 black eyes. Police say 23-year-old Chloe Jones was beaten with a baseball bat and held in the shed for 4 days before she was rescued. Chloe says she wants her face shown as a warning for other women. She says the accused kidnapper, 33-year-old William Mazengo, offered her a ride home in Kenmore, Ohio. She made the mistake of accepting.
You got a guy like this offering you a ride, and you jump in his car. This was not a mistake. I don't care who you are. This was not a mistake. If you choose, as a young woman, you're 20 years old. Of course, 20, beloved. They say, well, he's just a 20-year-old child, Big Levi. Just like a 25-year-old woman that was with that 42-year-old man on top of this building apartment shooting fireworks. She's a 20-year-old child. She doesn't know and things like that. And you jump in a car like this, a dude like that offering you a ride. A dude like that. No, you are looking for a thrill. You're looking for a bad boy. You think everything you see on the internet is cool. But those guys are real, son. Those dudes, they're all about that business, son. And they're going to do stuff to you. Terrible and horrible things.
Mazengo offered her a ride home in Kenmore,
This dude name is Mazengo. All right.
Ohio. She made the mistake of accepting and ended up in the shed where she was beaten. It turns out Chloe Jones wasn't his first kidnapping victim. He was convicted of kidnapping another woman in Ohio in 2017, but was released after serving only 18 months in prison. Now that victim, Mackenzie Maston, is speaking out.
And the police were able to come in and swarm him, and the whole time during when he was getting in the cop car and everything else, he was screaming that he was going to finish what he started.
When you saw her black eyes, did you have those same black eyes?
Yes, it was It was one of the most scariest experiences of my life. I just can't believe that law enforcement and
And they
the
will
court
release the
system
guy.
is allowing him to keep reoffending.
Okay, so that wasn't a mistake, man. Those girls, they do that. They like the bad boy, tattoo faces, terrible criminal dude because it's a thrill. It's like, yo, this is cool. You know, I dated this guy. You know, he had tattoos on his face. He used to be a biker or a gang member and stuff. So they can talk. You hear them talking about things like that until they met Mazengo. This guy is about that life. Like, yo, I ain't got this thing in my face just to show up. I'm all about that work. And he was, okay? Terrible things.
It's got electrical issues.
So what happens now? Well, in 2020, voters rejected funding a new jail through additional taxes. Johnson warns.
Okay, in 2020, the voters rejected the funding for a new jail. But why? Why, beloved? You people, 83, love jail. They love prison. Oh, we gotta be tough on crime. We gotta be tough on crime. The reason why they rejected the funding for a new jail, because the people that are going to jail right now don't look like us. And above all, they are not us. You're well aware of that. They don't like jails anymore. They don't like the people that are doing drugs going to jail anymore, because everybody that doing this hish, this thing is affecting them, and they're like, yo, we don't like this. We do not like this instance that we see our children, our grandchildren going to jail. So therefore, we will not fund it, this jail or this prison. So we withdraw for it. We're against it. We reject it. We deny it. We decline it. Because again, the people that are going to this stuff are them. Great glory. Yeah, because, things like that happen, Okay, Texas police, wife stabbed husband, drove kids into the pond. What the hell is going on in Texas, man? What happened over there in Texas? Let's see this one.
It could be the Susan Smith case all over again, only this time a twist. Police in the Dallas suburb of Carrollton, Texas, say a woman tried to drown herself and her 3 kids by driving her car into a pond with those kids inside. Now, her name is Wei Fen Ong, and her story is a little different than Susan Smith's, in that police say she had just come from stabbing her husband minutes beforehand. Let me take you back a little. You'll probably remember Susan Smith, South Carolina mom who strapped those 2 little boys of hers into their car seats and then rolled that car into a lake. I said 92 before. It was 1994. She claimed that a black man hijacked her car, took it, carjacked it, and took it with the boys. Someone help me find them. Screamed to anybody who would listen for days. But 2 days later, police found the car and the boys underwater in that lake, and Susan eventually confessed, saying that her boyfriend didn't want kids. In this latest case in Texas, it was just before 8 o'clock in the morning. One set of officers was responding to the stabbing, and then another set of officers got the call about a car in a pond. And the witnesses who they interviewed said that the car was going about 20 to 30 miles an hour when it actually hit the water. The woman and a 12-year-old boy were able to escape the car, but the other 2 kids were little. They were 8 and 9. They had to be rescued. One of them had to be resuscitated right there at the scene, and the other one had to be resuscitated on the way to the hospital. Back at the house, Ong's husband is expected to survive the stab wounds he got. His wife, though, is now facing 1 count of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon resulting in serious bodily injury and 3 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. I want to bring in Gigi McKelvey. She is the host of the very popular Pretty Lies and Alibis podcast. She's with me live now. So that obviously, Gigi, the first thing anybody thinks of when you hear about someone who rolls a car or drives a car into a water source with kids inside is Susan Smith. And this one is different. This is just she was in there herself.
Mental health issue. I don't know, man. But hey, something here's going on in Texas. And the wife are taking the husbands out. The husbands are taking their wives out. The wives are taking their children. The mothers are taking their children out. The fathers are taking their children out. The children are taking their fathers out. Children are taking their mothers out. It's all over. It's all over.
A flower vendor is brutally attacked, stabbed.
Oh, okay. We watched this the other day.
Person has been arrested in the killing of a 19-year-old man found shot to death in a Pasadena park. That makes a total of 3 people now accused in that murder. One of them showed up to court this morning, and that's where we find our Ugochi Iloka, who has more disturbing details.
19-year-old Nathaniel Navarro's body was discovered 5 days ago, and now his alleged killers are in the Harris County Jail. We are learning new from investigators that a total of 3 people may have conspired to shoot and rob Navarro during a drug deal. Within the last 2 hours, 17-year-old Serenity Delgado faced a judge who gave her...
You know, the name Serenity means peace or tranquility. And you got a 17-year-old girl like this, they want to do a drug deal because a lot of them think this thing is a game. You know, they watch those rap videos and by other people that look like them talking about selling drugs and do drugs, those TikTok videos. Remember that young man, he got a girlfriend and he got into an accident, a car accident. He was not at fault. And he received a settlement of $7,000. So he cashed the $7,000 and hundreds and 20s and 50s, and he posted it on his Instagram. And then 5 minutes later, or 30 minutes later, so to speak, once he did this, he got in his car. He was driving to a place, and he got ran over. And a dude come out of the car, start shooting at him, shot and killed him. And the guy that did this was one of his friends. The friend saw what he posted online, and he thought like he made it seems like they were selling drugs. He made it seems like yo, you know, just selling this right here, gang, nigga. I have this thing right here, you know, make this all, and then they kill him. And that's what those girls do, those boys do. They are 17 and they see stuff, fake things, and they want to duplicate. They want to sell drugs and become internet stars, and that's what happened.
17-year-old Serenity Delgado faced a judge who gave her no bond. Delgado and her boyfriend, 18-year-old Cruz Martinez, who was out on bond for a different crime, along with 18-year-old Jeanette Clifton, are all charged with capital murder and tampering with evidence of a human corpse in Navarro's death case. Investigators say the trio met Navarro overnight Thursday to buy drugs from him using fake money. They plan to steal his money and car. The probable cause report states when Martinez shot Navarro, the victim drove his car but ended up crashing at Satsuma Park. That's when police say Martinez and his girlfriend dragged Navarro's body out.
This is like the worst movie script ever. A bunch of teenagers. This could be a best movie script if some people are into movies. You can write a dumb movie. 3 teenagers come up with a plan to get fake money and rob a real drug dealer, steal his car, steal his money, and get away, and then nothing will happen to them. Not only when they do that, the drug dealer that he or she robbed will run cowardly away, and they will peacefully live ever after. We show you like these type of things, okay, you used to hear in the 80s, 90s. Now it's happening to those people that don't look like us. The curse has been shirked.
About 100 yards away on the other side of the park. Investigators tell us Clifton ended up running away when Navarro was shot. Then she later was picked up by a witness who ran out of gas. Clifton got out of the car and started walking home before the other 2 suspects picked her up. Court records go on to say that Clifton ended up confessing to Pasadena police about what happened. Investigators say Martinez admitted to stealing his mom's gun and shooting Navarro. Now, he is expected in court tomorrow, along with Clifton.
You know, why would you do this? Like, what seems to be the issue? Why would you go and steal your mom's gun and then shoot a guy? You try to get some drug. The whole thing is like upside down. You want to buy a drug from a drug dealer with fake money. You went there with a gun. You as a woman, you went there with a gun. What was you expecting? You killed a guy. You killed a guy for like fake money and fake drugs. For drugs and money. That's why they also light on the sentences, light on building prison, light on the fentanyl, light on the shrink and the xylazine, light on crack cocaine, meth, light on the heroin and all that. They don't want to speak about it because the people that are affected about this thing heavily are them. Okay, let's keep on. How long is that thing even? We go. Oh, good grief! Let's keep on moving. Here we go. What is this?
Has been.
Oh yes. Again, I really, excuse me. I really don't want to do these things anymore because those guys, they'll become very aggressive now, and they will literally strike your channel, if you copy or whatever, if you profile the videos. Okay, free videos, but they will copy. So flood in Mecca, Turkey, earthquake, China, snowfall, all these what they call natural disaster going around the world, and people are baffled, they are dismayed. We are not.
Governor Abbott announced a $15,000 reward for his arrest. Investigators say 5 people were shot, including a 10-year-old boy who died. Anayeli Ruiz joins us live outside of the Pearland Police Department with the latest on this one. Anayeli, what have you learned about the boy that was killed?
Well, I spoke to the child's mother. As you can imagine, she's heartbroken and distraught with this entire ordeal. They called this little boy Chente, and they said he was spending a typical Sunday there helping his mom, just like he would any other day. Family and friends tell us 10-year-old Francisco Vicente Duarte was...
Okay, the dude's, he's 10-year-old, he's 10, and he got shot because there was a shootout. 2 turds get at it, and then he died.
Killed on Sunday afternoon. Francisco was known by many as Chente. He was at the flea market here in Pearland because his mom has a little shop inside where she sells various goods. Investigators say the shooting broke out at around 5:34 p.m.
Some type of altercation that occurred at Cole's Flea Market between 2 Hispanic individuals. During the course of that altercation, shots were fired, exchanged between at least 2 handguns.
In all, 4 other people were shot. A 14-year-old and a 37-year-old man police say were bystanders. And among the 2 other people, a 16-year-old and an 18-year-old that might be involved.
Are continuing to be looked into their involvement into the shooting that happened at Cole's Flea Market. Again, they're being actively investigated into their role, if any, in the what happened there.
But tonight, investigators have an active arrest warrant.
So you got this young kid got into an argument with another dude and then shot and killed a 10-year-old boy, for no reason. Please don't tell me that cats try to cook again, messing with the dishes out there. It could be my mother anyway. So you got this young kid. His last name is Negret. But anyway, so you got David, the house of David, get involved with another dude. There was an argument, pull up a gun, start shooting, because that's what happened now. People don't resolve argument with fist fight, or don't say, hey, man, my bad, I was wrong, I misunderstand you, and here's this, here's that. People don't say, hey, man, I misunderstand your text, I misunderstand your phone call, let us resolve this in an adult way. No, people start telling you stuff because they had that in their heart. They wanted to hurt you from the beginning, and they find this excuse, this mild excuse, to execute you, and the whole thing, it happened like that.
For 19-year-old David Negrete for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. They believe he was one of the shooters.
Combination of the interviews that happened with witnesses and victims, as well as surveilling footage that they had there at the scene, has identified this gentleman as one of the persons we need to locate and put into custody.
And again, if you have any information on the suspect, you're told not to approach him, but instead contact police. There's a $15,000 reward for his arrest.
Let's keep on moving.
Lots. Good evening. I'm Clarice Tinsley. Rowlett.
We have really good footage of them, so we know that someone out there knows them.
Police need your help finding the people responsible for robbing and terrifying customers, each time targeting shoppers in Walmart parking lots. Good evening, I'm Clarice Tinsley. Rowlett police are looking for 2 men who carried out an armed robbery and an attempted robbery of customers in the parking lot at Walmart. It happened on 2 different days in 2 different vehicles last week. One of those vehicles has been recovered. Fox 4's Sean Rabb live outside the Rowlett Police Department. Sean.
Oh, Rowlett. I thought that was Raleigh.
Clarice, good evening to you. In the recovered vehicle, police say there was a message left by these guys for law enforcement. That car was used in the first robbery, then it was dumped. Now, Rowlett police say they believe there's a link between Rowlett and DeSoto. They think these guys might be from there. There are 2 pieces of video. First, surveillance video of the robbery in the parking lot. Second, the 2 men and a woman inside Walmart before that robbery took place at gunpoint at the back of a pickup truck in the parking lot.
Our first victim, he was loading his groceries here at the parking lot, and he was approached by a suspect, pointed a gun at him, and demanded to have his wallet.
This is video as it happened from the victim's own dash camera about 8:54 at night, November 7th. Within 8 minutes, the victim's credit cards being used in Rowlett and Garland. Police say the suspects left Rowlett in a stolen black Hyundai Elantra, later recovered in Oak Cliff. This is the video, though, they really want you to focus on. The 2 suspects and a woman inside Walmart before the robbery.
They were inside of Walmart doing some shopping. 3 individuals are seen, 2 males, 1 female, and then about an hour later, they come out and they approach our first victim.
The second incident 2 days later, November 9th, this time 10 in the morning.
Same kind of thing. The second victim was loading his groceries, and then he gets approached by the same suspect at gunpoint demanding his wallet. But this time they're in a red Hyundai Sonata. That vehicle is also stolen out of DeSoto. And we see a pattern that they're aiming for Hyundai vehicles. And then the way we think that they are entering these vehicles are by smashing the back right rear window.
This is the license plate on that red Hyundai Sonata. SWH 0384. Police are still looking for
0384.
And this message, mocking police, scribbled inside the car used in the first robbery that was recovered. Written on the dashboard screen, "We had fun." And the car's ceiling, 3 police chase. Take a second look now at the video of the suspects inside Walmart.
Okay, so now you're seeing those guys, number 7 right there. They're getting dumber and dumber, stupider and stupider. And they are doing those things for attention because it's cool. It's cool to do things like that, you know. There's, for those of you who may not know, there's a trend on TikTok about Hyundai car. They can easily be stolen because there's a thing you can do and then you can start them and then steal them because it's a factory defect, I believe. And when those guys watch this, they watch people, they even got the Hyundai boys, you know, they go around, they steal Hyundais and post the video on TikTok and brag. And people think it's cool to do stuff like this. And then next thing you know, they get killed in a chase, they die in a car accident, and they get arrested and then give like 50 years in jail. And people like, well, Big Leaf, we need to pray for them because they don't know what to do. I mean, she was only 18, man. You don't know anything about when you're 18. Yeah, like every single person that are watching this, when you were 18, 20, that's what you were doing. You were stealing cars, shooting people, mocking the police, and act like you were all that. And that's how you got here, because you were just like them. No, the plague is making those people more and more stupid and stupider and stupider and stupider. That's what happened here. Let's keep on moving.
We begin with the breaking news of the deadly shooting that shocked Pearland. Thank you for joining us. I'm Keith Garvin.
Good evening. I'm Daniela Guzman. Well, these 2 teenagers have been arrested and charged in the mass shooting that left a 10-year-old little boy dead.
Oh, okay. So wait, is that? Oh, those are the 2 people they were beefing with.
4 others hurt at Kohl's Flea Market in Pearland, and that is where a manhunt is still underway for a 3rd teenager accused of firing his gun. Let's go to KPRC2's Bryce Newberry. He joins us live now with the breaking details from police. Bryce?
Daniela, police have arrested those 2 teenagers because they say they allegedly tampered with evidence and made a false statement to police. But tonight, that 19-year-old is still on the run, and police say he's considered armed and dangerous. Tonight, 19-year-old David Negrete is one of Texas's top 10 most wanted after a mass shooting that killed a 10-year-old boy, injuring a 37-year-old man and 3 teenagers.
Pearland PD is looking for units to check by for a shooting suspect on the ground. They advise they have several people shot at the flea market.
The shooting happened just after 5:30 Sunday evening at Kohl's Flea Market. Crime scene tape surrounded it after police say an argument between at least 2 people turned into a shootout.
This senseless act of violence, whatever caused it to happen, which we will figure out what caused it to happen, is extremely sad.
3 of the victims have been identified as innocent bystanders, including...
Okay. The 10-year-old boy, he got killed. 14-year-old girl, she's injured. And the 37-year-old man, he's injured. Okay. And all of them is Michael. Okay. 10, Michael, 1 + 4, 5, the pentagram. Pentagram. Michael, 5-pointed stars, 3 + 7, 10 again. It's crazy out there, man. And people are like, oh, well, those things will happen because, the FBI, you got to understand this, because like, this is all staged. Yes, of course it is.
Including the 10-year-old who died at the hospital. 18-year-olds Juliana Espino and Cruz Mesa are in jail, charged with tampering with evidence and making a false statement to police. Mesa, in his mugshot wearing what appears to be a sling, got hurt in the shooting, just released from the hospital this afternoon.
Extremely tragic for the city of Pearland, tragic for Kohl's Flea Market, tragic for all the families that attend that flea market, tragic for the families that work at that flea market trying to provide a living.
The flea market has been open for more than 5 decades, drawing thousands of people each weekend.
There's a lot of livelihoods that are dependent upon that flea market opening again.
But tonight, several lives are forever changed, including the family and friends of the 10-year-old boy senselessly killed in the crossfire.
And that kind of stuff doesn't happen in Pearland, and it's a very sad day.
Police say that 2 teenagers are still in the hospital tonight. One of them who may have actually been involved in the shooting, that's something that they're still looking into. As for the suspected gunman, David Negrete, he is still on the run tonight, charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. But that's a charge that police say could be upgraded as this investigation continues. Tonight, a $15,000 reward is being offered for any information that leads to his arrest. We're live.
Crazy.
This is something you don't normally see. A coyote caught napping on some outdoor patio furniture in the backyard of a San Francisco home. The homeowner says that the animal refused to move when he approached it, so he had to call animal control. Wildlife officials worked to get the coyote up and leaving, and it took a bit of time for it to stretch out before it eventually just kind of hopped over the wall. Animal control says the coyote looked like a healthy male, was probably just stopping there to rest before venturing back out into the city.
I mean, look at those eyes. He's tired, a little
sad-looking
drowsy
face
there.
on him, huh?
Needed to recharge. All right, let's.
Terrible sign. The coyote was not afraid of him. He just sit there. When the owner came in, like, shoot. This beast just like, yo, you're on my land. You're on my habitat. Didn't care. Terrible signs. Keep on moving.
A ferry boat ride in the Bahamas. You can see passengers trying to escape that sinking vessel. Good evening and welcome. I'm John Brown.
And I'm Luann Sorrell. A 75-year-old woman died during this incident.
She was 75. You know what to do.
35's Esther Bauer spoke with some people on board that sinking ship. She's joining us live tonight. So, Esther, they're concerned that there were not enough safety protocols in place.
Passengers tell us the water came up to their shoulders when this boat was sinking, and they had a little direction on what to do when that was happening. We're told there were infants on board all the way up to seniors, and a 75-year-old woman tragically lost her life during this ordeal.
Oof.
Screams rang out as people jumped off a sinking ship.
Our boat is sinking.
Small children safe on a boat as others floated, hoping they'd be saved.
Yeah, there were boats passing us very fast. It didn't stop to help. Just kept speeding on by, creating huge waves. I kept getting almost drowned. by the huge waves crashing.
Brittany Crippen and Derek Smoot were on board the Blue Lagoon Island Ferry excursion. They say it was smooth sailing until...
And the door of the boat flung open and a bunch of water flew in.
What made things worse?
We got no instruction like, hey, put on your life vest now. It was like we figured it out when we were up to our shoulders in water.
Then you shouldn't be on this ferry. Anybody that get on the boat, first thing you need to put is your life jacket, man. Put your life jacket there because you on the water. You are in a different territory right there. If anything happen, you need to be ready, not when it happened and then you got to get ready.
Officials say 2 passengers were taken to the hospital and a 75-year-old woman died.
She was on a wheelchair and she was on oxygen.
Oh, that's really
on
bad.
board and says first responders couldn't save the senior.
You could see the wheelchair and a bunch of people carrying different oxygen masks and tanks running up the pier towards where that lady was. And to my
terrible.
knowledge, they tried doing CPR and they just couldn't bring her back.
Local authorities in the Bahamas are investigating what caused the boat to sink, and the U.S. Embassy is involved, with some passengers worried about planning another international vacation.
Going to a foreign country is something to be really cautious about.
Great glory. Let's keep on moving, beloved. Let's keep on moving. Too much is happening.
Out of Polk County, it shows a couple of suspected car burglars speeding dangerously through a neighborhood, but their attempted escape didn't end in their favor. This happened early Monday morning in Davenport.
They could have killed this cop, man.
This happened early Monday morning dangerously through a neighborhood, but their attempted escape didn't end in their favor. This happened early Monday morning in Davenport. Fox 13's Carla Byron talked with deputies about how this could have ended much worse.
A dramatic failed escape caught on camera.
They were like a trapped mouse running around trying to get out of there.
Polk County Sheriff deputies responded to a car burglary in the Preservation Point neighborhood in Davenport early Monday morning.
There's one way in, one way out.
Deputies have the entrance blocked, and so the suspects seem desperate to get away. Here, the car flies down the street, nearly hitting a deputy and another man.
If they were to lose control, they could slam into a house. People could get hurt. Well, somebody did get hurt. It was the burglars.
They crash into an unoccupied parked car, the halting end to a crime spree that led Rebecca Kozub and
burglary to an unoccupied conveyance. Burglary to an unoccupied conveyance.
Timothy Hogue into court.
Our suspect says he just freaked out. That's a heck of a way to freak out.
Man, that's that generation, man. And you know, Florida man with all gas, no brake tattoo crash after fleeing crime scene. So this is the generation
that led Rebecca Kozub and
burglary to an unoccupied conveyance.
Timothy Hogue into court.
Our suspect says he just freaked out.
The dude is Timothy Hogue. Is that what that is? Timothy Hogue? A hug. No, a hug. A hug. No, that's. I should I say hi and a hug? Is that what that is? The dude needs to really hug. We're just talking about the mighty pig. Is that what that is? I don't know, man. Let's listen to the name again.
Parked car, the halting end to a crime spree that led Rebecca Kozub and
burglary to an unoccupied conveyance.
Timothy Hogue into court.
Our suspect says he just freaked out. That's a heck of a way to freak out.
Timothy Hogue, but they put hope here. The guy named Timothy Hogue, you know. And then look at the dude. You know, look at the guy. It seems like he's all those burnt mark. Look at his lips. It's all white. Man, the 83 is being hit real hard out there, man.
Suspect says he just freaked out. That's a heck of a way to freak out, to go flying through there. Unfortunately, our deputies weren't injured.
On Hogue's neck,
look at this dude, beloved. I mean, how are people gonna sit there? Let's see right there.
Hogue's neck.
You know what? Let's watch this.
Our deputies weren't injured.
On Hogue's neck, a tattoo with the words "All gas, no brakes."
It was a nice foreshadowing on his.
Hogue's neck.
Our deputies weren't injured.
Okay, now you're looking at a guy like this, man, and it's amazing that people, they really need to set a dude like this to get evaluation. Yo, the moment you look at a dude like this, you know, his eyes, the tattoos on his neck, and the tattoos on his face, and those are some of the dudes girls are into out there. You know, I want a man that have tattoo face and stuff, a crazy man, a criminal. You know, it would be cool, you know, to do crime together and things like that. But look at this, man. All gas, no brake. And the guy, he very proud of it, and he got hurt pretty bad right there, man. Got hurt pretty bad. So, you know, and look at the dude eyes. It's dead. There's nothing in there. Man, 83 is catching a lot of hell out there.
Hope's neck, a tattoo with the words, all gas, no brakes.
It was a nice foreshadowing on his part, I guess, in the tattoo. I don't know what his other tattoos say, but that could be quite amusing to find out. So, but hey, you know,
it's what happened.
The sheriff's office can't say it enough. Don't leave your valuables in your vehicles.
And the thing that we're saying so often right now is don't leave your firearms in your vehicle.
Both suspects are from Orlando. They have...
Okay, so this is what happened, and this is the young generation that they had. Those are supposed to be the politician, the consulates, the managers, the chief of police, the judges, the lawyers. But hey, man, they're on drugs. They're stealing. They want money to get drugs, and they'll do anything.
Have a long criminal history, including 88 charges between the two of them. Reporting in Davenport, Carla Byron, Fox 13 News.
88 charges. Each of them had at least 44 each. But I believe the dude, you know, he has a lot, and she has, because that's what it is. They've been doing a lot of crime, and they keep letting them out. And they will be out, because if they keep keeping those people in prison, how are they going to give the illusion that they are the majority of the population? You know, they have to do that. Okay, let's keep on moving, beloved. All right. Oops.
We learned today that former First Lady Rosalynn Carter is now under hospice care, according to her family. Mrs. Carter, now 96, has dementia. Her 99-year-old husband, former President Jimmy Carter, stopped medical intervention and is also home on hospice care. The Carters have been married for more than 77 years.
Okay, I had this thing like 5 days, even more than that. It was.
We learned today that former...
5 days ago, so, yeah. Oh, that's the lesson. Solomon, the Testament of Solomon we were studying. So, yeah. Man, those things been there for a while now.
See you in a moment. All right, let's take you back now to our team coverage of that killing spree across Memphis. Our team of reporters has been working all day trying to get new information about the victims and maybe most importantly, why this happened. Let's begin with Fox 13's Daniel Wilkerson. He's in Parkway Village right now. Daniel, you've talked to a lot of people there, people who knew these women. Talk to us about what you've learned. And I think, as we said off the top, maybe the most important question here is why? What was the motive?
Daryl, good evening to you. I tell you, from friends to family members to neighbors, all those people that I spoke with, I got the notion that it really hasn't sunk in for them. It's hard to get your head around this many people murdered. Police say at the hands of one man. And as if that is not bad enough, it appears that the alleged shooter and all of the people killed, the person who was in the hospital tonight, they were all related. It's really all too much to comprehend.
Wow.
The pieces of a disturbing, heartbreaking puzzle are starting to come together. At the center of it, police say, is this man who they are calling the shooter, 52-year-old Mavis Christian.
Okay, this Christian fellow is 52 years old, all right? Mavis Christian, 52, all right?
Police say he shot 5 people in his family, killing 4 of them. They say he shot and killed his sister, Ruby Christian, Ruby's daughter, Kamaria Christian, and Kamaria's daughter, Tori Christian. Investigators say he also shot another one of Kamaria's daughters, a 15-year-old who is now in stable condition.
So this is the uncle, and he's man. And again, beloved, he's the ex-wife's sister? What? Mass shooting were gunman's ex-wife's sister.
Officers say Christian also shot and killed his ex-wife, who family members identify as Tawanda Barron. Sunday, we went to the second shooting scene on Warrington Road in Parkway Village. According to property records, it's owned by Ruby Christian, the suspect's sister, again, one of the 4 victims who police say Christian shot and killed.
So again, what you can this could be a family dispute of certain homes. It could be a family dispute, but the whole family is Christian. Okay, their last name are Christian, and we received the message here. Okay, well, we told all people this is a horrible thing that happened here, but hey, this is bad, man. This is bad. Wow.
Very, very nice lady. Couldn't ask for a better neighbor.
That's Tandy Biesinger talking about her friend and neighbor of many years, Ruby Christian. Biesinger, for now, has Ruby's dog, Money, who she says was inside the home when paramedics arrived.
That's when they circled around and came back up to Ruby's driveway there to her residence, and that's when I took off on foot running. I met the daughter. She was inside the house. No police were even on the scene yet. And I'm not quite sure. I know her daughter thought that her mother had slipped and fell, which was not the case. But we did not know that, it was gunshot wound.
Biesinger says she had not met her neighbor's brother, the alleged shooter.
The only thing I'm aware of is there was some family situations going on that left some ties, I think, due to their mother passing.
She says Ruby Christian had only briefly mentioned her brother.
She had made comments, not just me as a neighbor, but even to other neighbors as well. I'm not sure, what all that would lead to, or if
somebody was taking off the wheel.
Police say once the shooter left Parkway Village,
oof. Somebody was taking off the wheel.
He went to a home on Howard Drive in Whitehaven. That's where they say he shot and killed yet another victim. Again, her family identifies that victim as Tawanda Barron. Fox 13 uncovered a 2018 court case which establishes Christian and Tawanda Barron were once married. Digging deeper, that 2018 court record paints the picture of yet another domestic dispute. Investigators say during an argument, Mavis Christian punched his ex-wife in the face several times to the point of her losing consciousness. It says when the couple's children, using a bat, tried to defend their mother, the suspect took the bat and used it to beat his ex-wife in the head. It says during the fight, the suspect even punched his own daughter in the face.
All right, we bring you back out live tonight to the second murder scene, the home of Ruby Christian. You're taking a live look at it tonight. Her neighbors here in the area, that neighbor who you heard from, Biesinger, I tell you, it really shows you the value of good relationships and a good neighbor. She was telling me that earlier she was here with Christian's daughter, and they were helping her clean up that kitchen where she found her mother. We should also mention that, as you heard the neighbors say, she can't say enough about Ruby Christian. She says she was a hard worker. She says that she worked for Aspen Dental in Millington as a dental technician. Daryl, as we bring you back in, as I mentioned earlier, I tell you, as the holidays come around, we know it's a tough time for a lot of people.
Yeah, so we're going to stop here tonight. I'm going to do a little monologue, so to speak, for the there we go. We're going to do a little monologue for the people to understand what's happening here. It could be many things. The family last name is Christian, and they most likely they were actual Christians, because they taught the Christians when somebody threatened to kill you, or somebody is abusive, pray for him, pray for her, stay with him, stay with her. And there was a dispute, family related, and this guy went over there and take everybody out. Okay, and because this dude, he got enough of something, for somebody to do something like that, he had enough of something. Something was, after him, and then he got enough of it and took everybody out. And we told people there are a lot of folks that are your brother, your sister, siblings. They are not your true brothers and sisters, man. Those people are actual demon. And they will, just like that woman that trying to, she stabbed her husband, took their kids, and then tried to drown them in this car. And you see this all over them. And the plague is indeed in the midst, man. There's nothing someone can do right now and say, well, because this thing, it's not happening. It's because this, because that. No, it's happening, man. The so-called Christian don't want to listen. Even though they see this message, they won't leave. They won't leave Babylon. And we say leave Babylon, brethren. We're not telling you to get out of America or get out of this. Leave the system, the church system. That's the first step. Once you start giving your energy and power to those people, they are powerless. Okay, they are powerless. There's nothing they can do. But again, beloved, with the people doing this thing, they really don't care and they will keep on moving. But over here, we thank the Most High. We say, thank you, Heavenly Father. Thank you for awakening us. Thank you for turning your face towards us. We're thankful. We're grateful. Thank you for redeeming us. Thank you for giving us back the land, back the knowledge, the wisdom, the power. Thank you. Thank you for not giving us into great shame and great reproach. Of course, there's a lot of people that look like us that are out there that are causing confusion. And thank you for removing them. Thank you for making things clearer, that we're not coming in one shape and size, one package. We're diverse. We're all over this place. We're all over the earth. Thank you, Mighty One, for giving us unto great glory and to give the enemy into great shame and great reproach. Selah, so be it. Beloved, have fun. Just a small reminder. Let me see. Oh, wow, this is good. Just a small reminder. We had stop this right here. For the people that wish to join us for study,
Shalom, beloved brothers.
You can just click join button and join unto us. We are done studying all the magical book, all the scary stuff, all the hard part, the scary stuff are done. So now we will study this book, Black Labor, White Wealth, Dr. Claude Anderson book. Black Labor, White Wealth. Black Labor, White Wealth. There you go. Okay, don't buy this book for more than $14, man. They are selling this book for $66. They are selling this book for like hundreds of dollars. It's from Brother Dr. Claude Anderson, okay? Black Labor, White Wealth. This is the book that we are going to study. The Search for Power and Economic Justice by Dr. Claude Anderson. So if you wish to embark with us in this endeavor, please join us. We will begin this Monday coming up, which is going to be the 20th, I believe. Monday the 20th. Is that what that is? No. Monday the 27th. Monday the 27th, we will begin to study Black Labor and White Wealth. Only students, only members only. Because again, we just studied the Testament of Solomon, but I put the lesser key of Solomon. I gotta correct this. The lesser key, the Testament of Solomon, the final chapter, we studied that, and we're done with all the magical books. We study all the demons, all the angels, at least the one that they put in the book. We study all of them. So we are now going to study the financial part. First book, Black Labor and White Wealth. Second book, Dirty Little Secrets by Dr. Claude Anderson. Okay, Dirty Little Secret. The second book we'll study, and the third book, Powernomics, Dr. Claude Anderson. Here we go. And the last book, Powernomics. So join unto us to study, beloved. I say shalom, great praise, and great glory.